Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name's Amy, and I'm an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We're in the NIV, and we are in the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 13, continuing the story of David. And some of that making the darkness exposed to the light, taking on a very, very dark, twisted turn here. Amnon, Amnon, and Tamar, Tamar. In the course of time, Amnon, son of David, fell in love with Tamar, the beautiful sister of Absalom, son of David. Amnon became frustrated to the point of illness on the account of his sister Tamar, for she was a virgin, and it seemed impossible for him to do anything to her. Now Amnon had a friend named Jonadab, son of Shimeah, David's brother. Jonadab was a very shrewd man. He asked Amnon, "Why do you, the king's son, look so haggard, morning after morning? Won't you tell me?" Amnon said to him, "I am in love with Tamar, my brother's Absalom's sister." "Go to bed and pretend to be ill," Jonadab said. "When your father comes to see you, say to him, 'I would like my sister Tamar to come and give me something to eat. Let her prepare food in my sight so that I may watch her and then eat it from her hand.'" So Amnon lay down and pretended to be ill. When the king came to see him, Amnon said to him, "I would like my sister Tamar to come and make some special bread in my sight so that I may eat from her hand." David sent word to Tamar at the palace, "Go to the house of your brother Amnon and prepare him some food for him." So Tamar went to the house of her brother Amnon, who was lying down. She took some dough, kneaded it, made the bread in his sight, and baked it. Then she took the pan and served him the bread, but he refused to eat. "Send everyone out of here," Amnon said. So everyone left him. Then Amnon said to Tamar, "Bring the food here into my bedroom so that I may eat from your hand." And Tamar took the bread that she had prepared and brought it to her brother Amnon in his bedroom. But when she took it to him to eat, he grabbed her and said, "Come to bed with me, my sister." "Don't, my brother," she said to him. "Don't force me. Such a thing would not be done in Israel. Don't do this wicked thing. What about me? Where could I get rid of my disgrace? And what about you? You would be like one of the wicked fools in Israel. Please speak to the king. He will not keep me from being married to you." But he refused to listen to her, and since he was stronger than she, he raped her. Then Amnon hated her with intense hatred. In fact, he hated her more than he had loved her. And Amnon said to her, "Get up and get out." "No," she said to him. "Sending me away would be greater wrong than what you could have already done to me." But he refused to listen to her. He called his personal servant and said, "Get this woman out of here and bolt the door after her." So his servant put her out and bolted the door after her. She was wearing richly ornamented robe, The meaning for this in Hebrew is uncertain. For this was the kind of garment the virgin daughters of the king wore. Tamar put ashes on her head and tore the ornamented robe she was wearing. She put her hand on her head and went away weeping aloud as she went. Her brother Absalom said to her, "Has that Amnon, your brother, been with you? Be quiet now, my sister. He is your brother. Don't take this thing to heart." And Tamar lived with her brother in her brother Absalom's heart, a desolate woman. When King David heard about all this, he was furious. Absalom never said a word to Amnon, either good or bad. He hated Amnon because he had disgraced his sister Tamar. Absalom kills Amnon. 2 years later, When Absalom's sheep shearers were at Baal Hazor, near the border of Ephraim, he invited all the king's sons to come there. Absalom went to the king and said, "Your servant has had shearers come. Will the king and his officials please come join me?" "No, my son," the king replied. "All of us should not go, but we would only be a burden to you." Although Absalom urged them, he still refused to go, but he gave him his blessing. Then Absalom said, "If not, please let my brother Amnon come with us." Then the king asked him, "Why should he go with you?" But Absalom urged him, so he sent Amnon and the rest of the king's sons. Absalom ordered his men, "Listen, when Amnon is in high spirits from drinking wine, and I say to you, 'Strike Amnon down,' then kill him. Do not be afraid. Haven't not I given you this order? Be strong and brave." So Absalom's men did to Amnon what Absalom had ordered. Then all the king's sons got up, mounted their mules, and fled, because they weren't sure how many of them they were killing. Like, is this a power play to get the crown? Because, Cain and Abel. That's how far back that goes. While they were on their way, the report came to David. Absalom struck down all the king's sons. Not one of them is left. The king stood up, tore his clothes, and laid down on the ground. All of his servants stood by with their clothes torn. But Jonadab, son of Shimeah, David's brother, said, "My lord should not think that they killed all the princes. Only Amnon is dead. This has been Absalom's expressed intention since the day Amnon raped his sister Tamar. My lord the king should not be concerned about the report that all the king's sons are dead. Only Amnon is dead." Meanwhile, Absalom had fled. Now, the men standing watch looked up and saw many people on the road west of them coming down the side of the hill. The watchman went and told the king, "I see men in the direction of Hornaim, Horonaim. Totally could be pronouncing that wrong. Just make that clear. On the side of the hill. That's the Septuagint Hebrew. Hebrew does not have this sentence. It comes from the Septuagint. Okay. Jonadab, that's the Greek one. Jonadab said to the king, "See, the king's sons are here. It has happened just as your servant said." As he finished speaking, the king's sons came in, wailing loudly. The king, too, and all the servants wept bitterly. Absalom fled and went to Tamar, Talmai, son of Ammihud, Ammihud, the king of Geshur, Jeshur. But King David mourned for his son every day. After Absalom fled and went to Geshur, he stayed there 3 years. But the spirit of the king, the Dead Sea Scrolls and some Septuagint manuscripts, Masoretic texts, but the spirit of David the king longed to go to Absalom, for he was consoled concerning Amnon's death. Sort of like he mourned for his son, but he also, this is a culture that believes in the still at this point where the story is at, believes in the blood right to, like, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. So you disgraced my sister, so I murdered you. It was his blood right. And that would be why he fled, so everybody had time to calm down. And then David eventually could forgive him, because this is how this culture works. It was socially acceptable. So, until the next video, friends.